Hi everybody. I'd like to introduce to you this new instrument I just finished building. It's a version 2 of an instrument called the eMAH-ZE-TAR, built by me for a great young musician named Karandish. You really ought to check him out. He's going to be the next big thing in the ethno scene for sure. And he, as I said, this is version 2 of this instrument, because the first one was a full acoustic version. And consequently, it was kind of fragile, like a full acoustic 3-neck instrument. Rather fragile, so he's kind of scared to take it out of his house, and I appreciate that. So he wanted me to build for him another one, which would be an electric version of the same instrument and a little more rough and ready for the road. He originally wanted a solid body, but I convinced him to go for a semi-acoustic version, which has a certain amount of acoustic sound, to give a bit more warmth to the tone. You know, because a full solid body for an oud, I mean, it just wouldn't have that warmth that you need. So this is I encourage you to watch the video I made in 2018 of the version 1 of this. So watch that if you're interested, and you can hear what the full acoustic version sounds like. This is, as I said, the electric version, and it's a 3-neck hybrid. It's got the bottom neck is configured like a Sarod, the middle neck like an oud, and the top neck like a baglam, a saz, or a setar. So this is. I'll turn the volume up here. Just give you two. I'm going to play it more substantially later, but I'll just. Sarod. Oud. Saz. So, yeah, I mean, what more to say about it? It was a challenge for me to get the electronics. I'm generally not a specialist in electric instruments, although I'm kind of becoming one, thanks to Maz's trust in presenting this challenge to me and trusting that I would pull it off. You know, and I tell you, it wasn't really easy, because you can't just go to the shop or online somewhere and buy a pre-made setup for an instrument like this, because everything that you buy is for like a guitar, basically, right? So you have guitar systems which have a pickup, a mic or an undersaddle pickup, and a preamp unit. As you see, this has a preamp unit and a jack. So what Maz wanted was that each bridge should have a pickup, and it should have one preamp and one single mono out. He didn't want to. My suggestion was that we go for 3 separate systems, 3 separate pickups, 3 separate preamps, and 3 separate outs, and he would mix that in a mixer beside him on stage. He said no. He wanted to keep it simple and just have one single mono out. So I was presented with that challenge of how to do that, right? So it wasn't. It seemed quite straightforward at first, you know, that I would just put 3 pickups in and wire them all together and put them into the preamp. That worked perfectly for the Sarod and for the 2 steel string necks, like the Sarod and the saz are steel string necks. So that worked perfectly fine for those 2 necks. But the oud, being a nylon string neck, is a much softer sound. So it didn't have enough, the oud wasn't loud enough compared to the saz and the Sarod. So then we tried to solve that by installing volume knobs for the saz and for the Sarod. And that worked, except for some reason, still the oud was not really loud enough. And so I had to kind of come up with some completely different idea. I won't go into the details because it's kind of boring for the technical stuff, but I really had to come up with a completely different idea for the oud, and luckily, it just worked great. You know, the result is much better than I thought it would be. I'm really happy with the results, and again, I don't want to bore you with the technical details, but also something else I did. Was to install a small metal plate behind the back side of the bridge where the steel strings go through. And that adds an extra degree of grounding. So like when you play and your hands are on the strings, you're grounding it further. So the result is just an absolutely silent instrument. I mean, you can just turn it up full here. It's full. You can't hear anything. You know, it's really loud and completely silent. So, well, I could talk all day about this instrument. I'm so excited about it. It's really a lot of fun. But let me just play a little bit for you, and I hope you enjoy it.